Hey YouTube, I'm trolling. Hey, draft night. I said I was gonna come back to y'all with my opinion. I'm glad we got Khan. Khan's gonna hoop. Welcome to Buzz City. Welcome to the 704. We gonna treat you well. LaMelo gonna take you to Cookout your first day. He probably already took you to Cookout, but he probably already took you to Bojangles. What else? Some Carolina owned things. Shit, he probably already took you to Zaxby's. Nah, I'm just kidding. But wait, he's from Duke. He already went to Cookout and all that place. Forget all that, bro. I know Con. I'm just a casual, but I'm casual college hoopers. But I don't know, bro. Let's get into the video. This draft made no sense.
We were told there.
I just watched some my pick, and I left. I didn't care where Ace Bailey was going after that stunt he pulled. If we would have picked up Ace Bailey, I had a message for him, but we didn't. So that message didn't get said.
Could be insane trades on draft night. Not Dallas Dylan Cooper.
But I was mad when the Sixers stole VJ from us. They didn't really steal him, but they just took him for us. I'm still happy with Khan. I was happy with either one of them.
For flag, but maybe the Spurs trade number 2. Definitely Sixers at 3. But no, the first trade we got all the way down at number 10, which we already knew about days before. So no big trades, but a lot of what we did get made 0 sense. So the draft starts and a fan yells this right before Adam Silver walks out.
Dallas was rigged! Dallas was rigged.
But the Mavs
say it
take
louder.
Cooper
Please say it
flag
louder.
and
Dallas was rigged. How the fuck they trade Luka and get the first round pick? Come on.
afterward, Nico Harrison says he now hopes some of the public backlash against him dies down after trading Luka Doncic. Oh, really? Because you're so great at your job now, you lucked into the #1 pick and took the obvious choice? Let's check in on the Mavs draft party to see how that worked out. But the Spurs did not trade the #2 pick, even though Dylan Harper is the exact type of player they already have. In fact,
I was just going to say that. They have Stephon Castle, but the Spurs just got 2x better because Dylan Harper's a hooper.
They've got 2 of them. Rookie of the Year Steph Castle and De'Aaron Fox are both dynamic guards who can't shoot. But Harper could be better than both of them. He didn't reclassify. By the way, if somehow Dylan Harper wins Rookie of the Year, the Spurs will have back-to-back Rookies of the Year. But Philly shopped this #3 pick and didn't like any of the offers they got. So they are going full 2 timeline with VJ Edgecombe. But summer's here and
yeah, man, yeah, fitness food, yeah.
age 25. So it is 30-something vets, Joel Embiid and Paul George, then much younger Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain, and VJ. But 2 timelines suck. They should either trade Joel Embiid or look to deal a young guy because
what is Paul George contract? If anything, they need to kick Paul George. I don't even know why the Sixers
you need to pick a path. Hornets draft Con Knipple, good shooter with size. We expected it, but at 5, a shock. Ace Bailey. I
was surprised when I saw this on Twitter, bro. I said, the Jazz picked up Ace. That was one of the teams he didn't want to go hoop with.
Workouts with NBA teams. He even scheduled one, plus dinner with the Sixers, and called 48 hours before and was like, hey, cancel the reservations. Why? Because Ace was trying to tank his own draft stock.
They said Ace was he thought this shit was 2K where you could tank your own draft stock by answering the questions. Like, what is it? Down draft stock, up local feds, up nationality feds.
To fall to either DC, New Orleans, or Brooklyn. He feels like he could be a...
This man wanted to go hooping. He wanted to go hoop in DC, but didn't want to go hoop in Charlotte. DC got a bunch of old heads. Come on, you could have hooped with LaMelo. You could have hooped with Brandon Miller. You could have hooped with Miles. I can't even mention Mark anymore because we traded Mark. What we traded Mark for? A first round pick and I think a pick for next year. I can't remember, but
star, and those are the 3 best places.
We traded Mark to go hoop with Nick Richardson. They both played together last year.
For him, but
what the Suns got going on? Why we traded Mark and Nick Richardson for Yusuf Nurkic. Now I'm thinking about it. Why the heck will we do that?
The Jazz take Ace Bailey and he hates it. They were like, look, we tanked all year trying to get Cooper Flag, fell down to 5, so like, Ace. Dude then had maybe the most random quote of all time. What does this even mean?
There was a lot of speculation that built up in your draft process. You know, you seem pretty happy to me to be going to Utah. What do you say to people that maybe just don't believe that?
I mean, I control what I control, so how they feel, but to my team and me, me focusing on the basketball and them doing what they're doing, so it happens.
Right. Maybe my favorite draft night quote since Perk trying to say Moses Moody.
When you look at Moses Moody.
But Ace wasn't the only kid who seemed to hate where he landed.
Before he even mentioned it, I saw it again. Somebody said, fuck. I'm like, what?
Watch Colin Murray Boyles here after Toronto was announced.
Look.
Big frown, drops an F-bomb. His girlfriend, Toronto.
Y'all ain't even see it. Y'all ain't peep it. Let me slow it down. He from South Carolina and doing that bull crap. Then you need to be blessed that you fucking in the league.
Was announced. Big frown, drops an F-bomb. His girlfriend straight looks like she's hugging somebody at a funeral. Okay, maybe he was happy, I don't know. But it didn't look like it. And why are we seeing so many ungrateful dudes? I mean, it used to be all like Danny Wolf's brother here, just crying with emotion. I think what's going on is NIL. Players used to be blown away at that bank account about to pop. But now, some of these kids have been millionaires for years. So making the NBA is a dream come true, but it doesn't hit in the same way that it used to. So now we're seeing a lot more kids who are unhappy about where they ended up. But we did see some trades. And first, the Grizz got a kid named Cedric Coward, who was playing Division III basketball just a few years ago. He shoots all the way up to D1, then the number 11 pick in the NBA draft. How amazing is that story?
30 for 30 short on him. D3 to D1, bro? That's crazy.
13, the Pelicans make one of the dumbest trades we've seen. So the Pels trade up to number 13 to get Derek Queen, with the Hawks for number 23 and an unprotected first-round pick next year. So they trade up 10 spots and pay an unprotected first-round pick for this? Really? Derek Queen. He might be good, but you don't know. I mean, his comps are Alperen Şengün and Boris Diaw, two of the weirdest NBA players ever. So far from a sure thing, and an unprotected next year, and it's the better pick from either the Pels or...
Did the Pelicans... Wait, the Pelicans traded CJ McCollum for who? I know wait. I don't know.
This thing could be top 5 easy. Like, just think about the Pelicans. Not gonna have DeJounte Murray most of next year. Zion's health, and they just traded for Jordan Poole. Next year could be Jordan Poole and role players. That pick could go number 1 overall for Derek Queen. Makes no sense. Same though for the Phoenix Suns. At 10, they take Kaman Malak, who is a great kid. Best character in the draft, they say. He is from war-torn South Sudan and super young. But they also traded for Mark Williams, which, health aside, is...
Wait, go ahead and say it, cause I ain't gonna say no names, but you know who you are. You said Mark suck. Talk to him, bro. Tell him how Mark is a hooper.
It's a great deal.
Mark is a great fucking deal. You mad because y'all ain't got no center? You thought we fleeced you because of Mark? No, we didn't fleece you. We try to help you.
Suns get Mark for Vasily Micic.
Wait. They give us Vasily back? Oh, yeah, he a hooper. I take it.
29 pick and the 2029 first-round pick that they got in a trade with Utah. So Mark will be a great pick-and-roll partner for Devin Booker and Jalen Green. He's got the tools to be good on defense. All of this assumes he's healthy, which you can't turn injuries off like in a video game. Remember, Mark Williams is that dude who failed his physical with the Lakers, and the Lakers badly needed a center. They did not fail him for nothing. He ended up playing just 26 minutes per game last year and has played in just 106 out of a possible 246 career games. That is Anthony Davis territory or worse. What are the Suns doing? Oh, and the kicker to all of this, Kaman Locke and Mark Williams are both centers. Yes, they need a center. But have you seen these Suns depth chart lately? Kind of need a lot of positions. So how are they going to waste some of the few precious assets that they do have on two of the same position? It makes no sense. But the most shocking pick of the night came from Portland. At 16, they trade down to select Hansen Yang, a 7'1" center from China. This is a whole 30 picks ahead of schedule in some projections. 30 picks. Whoa. No wonder the first thing he did was go and hug his agent, Rich Paul. So they call this kid the Chinese Jokic, and he's the first player from China taken in almost a decade. One anonymous NBA exec said, "This is the wildest pick I've ever seen. Those jobs up there are on the line." So it's safe to say the Blazers must love this kid. But this is the full first round. Again, no big trades at the top like we expected, but still a lot went down. Like 3 more French kids, by the way, being taken in the first round. Behringer, Asenge, and Traore. What is going on in France? Last year, it was 4 French kids in the draft. And the year before that, we had Wemby and Bilal Koulibaly at 7. France is already playing USA for gold in the Olympics, so Americans better watch out with all this French talent. Now, a lot did not make sense, but every year, we look back on the draft, and some NBA GM made some wild decision that paid off. We always get like some Kawhi late in the draft or a Giannis who ends up being way better than everybody expected. But the Celtics are doing something unexpected too. We thought that they would trade Jrue Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, which they did. But now rumors say Boston is listening to offers on Jaylen Brown and Derek White. You know, if they're not careful, they could ruin this team.
What is Boston doing? Wait. Why is Boston doing that? I don't know. This draft is kind of crazy. I'm happy with my pick. I'm happy with trading Mark, bro. Mark's a hooper, bro, but like he said, he can't stay healthy. Like, I love Mark, bro. I love everyone that's on the Hornets. I love them all. Like, they're my blood brothers, but he just can't stay healthy, bro. I'm gonna miss him, but we got a pick we got a pick in 2029. We got Vasily back. He a playmaker. But this draft was kind of crazy. I didn't expect it to go like this. I didn't expect Ace Bailey to get picked in the top 5. I expect him to literally tank his draft stock like he tried to do. But we'll see how he comes out and hoop. He got 4 years. Is he gonna actually hoop, or he's gonna sit? He gonna act like he playing 2K. Demand trade to Washington. What was it? Sixers and Lakers. Yeah, let's do it. But hey, appreciate y'all for tuning in, bro. Get to the gaming channel. I'm going all the way back to 2K11. We're gonna really have fun with that game. Get at y'all on the next one. I don't know why I threw the peace on. What the heck wrong with me? But hey, I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one.